Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John here from Pro Craps, obviously on Casino Gaming TV. Let's do it. Let's get started with our morning 4-roll Hawaii Crap Shooters Challenge every day. It's a good way to warm up, I think, in the morning. So here we go. Again, the rules for this one, as set forth by Brian, are $350 in the bank, $15 table. So we're going to go ahead with a basic $15 pass line bet today, and I'm going to run $330 across today. So it'll be a quarter on the 4 and 10, 50 on the 5 and 9, and then 90 on the 6 and 8. That'll burn the entire bankroll except for $5, which I think we're going to need if we get a hit on the inside. So there it is right there. There's going to be our setup: 90, 50, 25, 15 on the pass line. Puck's off. Let's come out and let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can't get 4 rolls today. Again, I'm using, by the way, the new Bally's dice. Yesterday, these dice sucked. I threw so many 7s yesterday. It was crazy. But we're going to keep these guys going. I'm going to break the red dice curse. For whatever reason, me and red dice just do not get along, but I'm going to break it. We're just going to work through it and get her done. Here we go. So dice are set. Again, I'm stacking them. I'm spinning them. And I'm working on some different things in the toss here. There's going to be a hard 6, our point. I'm working on, as you know, I throw the chopper style toss, but a little different than Cashier's Cage does it. And what I've been working on is this notion. I spin them really fast, right? I like to get the energy into the wall for this particular toss and keep them on that horizontal axis if I can. But I'm working on like low and landing close versus kind of a high arcing shot and having them land more softly and bouncing a little higher. I'm having mixed success with the low throw. My normal way of doing it is to throw them kind of high. And it seems like, I don't know, I get this kind of action here where they bounce kind of crazy town like that. It worked out to be a 5-5 hard 10. That's good. I'll take the payment. And what we'll do here is we'll press the sisters as we go. And there's hit 1. The higher arc obviously gives you higher bounce off the back, but if I can get them close, I can get a kill shot. And I had better success there, but I had this sense of I want to be lower, or I should be lower, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like, because there's a comfort and there's what should happen or what you're supposed to do. That's what I'm looking for, is that more of a kill shot. There's the point. That was a hard 6. That'll be 105 on the win right there, which we'll take. Very happily take 105 on the win. We'll take a $15 pass line win. And what I'll do here, that's roll 2, by the way. We'll take these 2 and get them pressed up as high as we can. I think I can get them both to 150 right here. If I try really, really hard, let's do it. There's 150, there's 100, and I believe that's going to be exactly $50. That's beautiful. So now they're both at 150. Gotta love that. 2 hits in, we got 2 really strong presses. Puck is going to be off, of course. We're going to be not working the come-outs except for the pass line. Not a bad little start there. A couple 6s back to back. I feel like Darlene or Darnell last night. Do y'all watch? Bummer, we lost the pass line. If y'all watched Hawaii Crap Shooters last night, they had a shooter go off last night. It was beautiful. All right, so we lost our pass line with the craps, which sucks because now I got to go ahead and take these down to get back to the pass line. I got to go back and replace that $15. I'll do it from the 4. And make the 4 just look like 35 instead of 50, which not happy about that at all. If we can get a pass line winner, I'll replace that. But we gotta keep within the rules of the challenge here, so we'll do that. Anyway, Darnell last night had this amazing roll. I was watching the Hawaii Crap Shooters live show from the Cal, and she had a monster roll. It was like 25 or something, 23 or something like that. It wasn't the number of rolls, but she rolled like 6 6s. And 4 or 5 10s. It was amazing, and everything else was on the inside. I think she had two non-inside numbers, or 3, and they were all 10s. It was fantastic. Anyway, 4 and 5, new points 5. Let's get 2 more shots in here if we can. I'd love to be able to get that 4 back up in line with the 10 if I could. Here we go. There's a 4 3 7. That was, again, see, the 7 takes it all, which sucks. And that was a low throw. You probably can't see the action back here, but that thing hit here, and it trickled in, and the spin wasn't right. So it's a bummer. 4-3, we lose it again today. Not great, but again, I'm experimenting a little bit with that spin. And that's kind of the point of this challenge, right? Brian wants us to see if we can't get 4 reliable shots. And yeah, today not so much. Yesterday not so much. But I'm experimenting with the throw, and I'm okay with not having perfection on the results here. Just again, it's a reason to practice, and that's what it's all about. So let's get back to you all and see how you all are doing. Come back over here and say good morning to you in person. All right. Got my coffee going. So this morning, I actually drove. This is a weird day for me. Usually I get up almost right at showtime, 7:30 or so. Today I got up at 5:30. I went out and got my wife and daughter coffee at the coffee place down the road because our coffee machine broke, which really sucks. So we have no coffee right now. So I had to get out and drive and buy the family some coffee. But this gourmet latte place, by the way, no advertisement, but if you live in Seattle, this place is rock star quality coffee. It's my favorite coffee. There's like a drive-up stand about 2 blocks from my house, so that's where the coffee came from today. So good morning, all. Looks like Ian, my friend Ian from Seattle here is first in line today. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, SJ. I see that Dice DGen made it here too. And California Craps Club, of course, is here. Who else we have? Walter Weeks, good morning. Good to see you as well. And Mike, my friend Mike. And old number 7, haven't seen you in a while. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you here. Ramus, did you win something on Jacob's thing last night? Ramus, I think you won something last night, right? Did y'all get a chance to watch the thing? That was pretty cool. If you had a chance to watch Jacob's giveaway, the giveaway wasn't, that's not the why you watch it, right? You watch it because the axe thrower guys are like throwing axes between their legs and spinning them. And they did the thing where they did like 2 guys stood side by side and each threw an axe at the exact same moment. And those things hit like an inch apart. Right on the bull. It was amazing. They did some pretty cool trick shots. That was pretty freaking cool. Anyway, mad respect to them. Hawaii Crap Shooters, I'm sorry, man. I didn't do your challenge well this morning, but I am trying something with the shot. So that's kind of what's going on there. Is I'm working with it. We'll get it figured out. I gotta dial in the height and the velocity there to get it right. But anyway, that's that. What else? No, it's not because I'm talking and hosting. It's because I'm trying something. I'm literally playing with like I said, the velocity of that shot. You saw it in Reno. I throw it pretty high. I like that high arcing bit to it. But I do find that if I miss my landing zone, it's an explosion. So I've been working on getting it lower, but man, getting it lower, I'm not getting the results I'm used to seeing with it. So I may go back to what's comfortable and just kind of stay comfortable. Yeah, Walter it's a Keurig. I use a Keurig, and we use our own pods. We like fill our own pods up, and it just something happened and the pod like kind of exploded inside the thing, and it all went up inside the machine. So I got to go take it apart, and we'll do that. So there we go. All right, let's chat. There's not a lot to talk about today. I don't have any big lecture for you. We did a couple of hardcore math lectures this week, and I want to say thanks, by the way, to the folks in Discord. I asked for some help yesterday. Like I filmed and I put a release out on ProCraps channel of the math lesson. And I did it. So I did it twice. I basically repurposed the morning show as a video. And then I went and refilmed the whole damn thing and did all the math again, teacher style, like with markers and stuff. And I felt like that one was better in terms of I explained it better and the markers were good for me, but I didn't know if people would like to watch me like teach like that. But everybody seemed to like that was what it was about, what it was. So I left that one as the one. So thanks for the help getting the right video released. And actually it was one of our better performing videos. Usually people like strategy videos, right? Like when I put out like a how to win at craps with, every time with the greatest strategy in the world, those do great. The mathy ones do shitty. Nobody wants to watch that stuff. But yesterday's video actually was pretty well. It did about a third of what a strategy video does in terms of viewership. That was pretty good. I was really excited by the fact that people actually liked the fact that it was definitely a V2. Yeah, V2 is better for a guy like you, Ian. I think the V2 with that was better, which is what's launched now. It's the one where I'm doing the drawing. It worked out good, and I think like I said, I was joking, it takes a village, right? I needed some other people to look at this damn thing and help me get the right video out. So it's hard. It's just a tough, being a YouTube channel, it's tough balance of education versus fun versus all that stuff. So anyway, I have no new announcements today. Everything's the same in the craps world. Sarge hasn't done his challenge yet from the Pass the Rack thing. Jacob has done his giveaway. Nothing new there. The guys are putting out great content, as you know. I did have a nice talk with Duracell this morning about a new idea for some content, which we'll talk about it more next week. I've got some feelers to put out there still, but really cool idea for an extension of, or some kind of a marriage between LFC, Live Fantasy Craps, and the Friday night fights. So pretty cool to talk to him one-on-one about that, and I think we have some good ideas. So there we go. Yes, Brian, I am out of Kona coffee. Matter of fact, this is not our friend's fault, but was the Kona coffee that blew up my machine. The Kona coffee blew the machine up because I didn't close the lid. So again, we do Keurig, we do little capsule things. I didn't close the lid right, and it blew up inside the machine. The Kona coffee is more coarse than regular coffee is, and so you got to be careful with the caps. I blew it anyway. There's that. Let's go play some craps. Let's go back right to the machine. Let's go right to the table here, and let's just play a little bit. I want to get out into 6, 7, 8 plays. So I've got, let's see, make sure the roll tracker is good here. 55. I always do like one test just to make sure it's okay. All right, roll tracker's engaged. Let's go play. I want to get a longer run today in, and what I really want to get into is 6, 7, 8 theory crafting. So let's talk about all the ways about 6, 7, 8. And I think I had a good talk yesterday, by the way, with Greg from 555 Craps. Because he watched the video and he said, oh, I never play hybrid. Never once in my life played a hybrid. I'm like, well, you kind of have played a hybrid. The Headless Horseman itself is a hybrid. But 6, 7, 8 is a hybrid. If you're going to play one, he says, that's the one to play because you are getting the 2 best and the 1 best all combined, right? Pure, like everything across plus the don't is kind of a crazy hybrid. And we got talking again about ratios. And I think ratios are important. And I think when you get the 7 and how you get the 7 is also important. And let's talk about what I mean by that. If my target is, and we'll do this at kind of a lower level, I'll move the thing over, well, I guess I can put it over here. If you're gonna do it at a lower kind of level, right? Let's just say $30, okay? $30 6 and 8 is what you wanna be at. You have 2 questions to ask yourself with this. Are you married to having both the 6 and the 8 all the time? Okay, my answer is yes. I want both, right? I want those 10 cracks at a payment all the time, which means if I come out on the don't pass, and these will be off. If I come out from the don't pass, there's a chance that the shooter establishes an 8 and I don't get one of my targets, right? I'm going to be playing 6 and 8, not 6, 7, or 6 and 7, not 6, 7, and 8. I don't like that. I like having if I'm going to play this, I'm playing it because I want 3 targets, not 2. So I tend to not play it from the pure don't pass. That's the way I approach it. I know Jacob from Wage for This plays it from down here, and he plays this at a level. I think he plays like $100, and then he comes out and he actually plays these at 60 for the most part. He plays them at 60, so he's not quite a perfect, what you would call a hedge amount. He's close, but he's not there. 120 versus 100, or he'll come out and do this. He'll come out and do 85, 5, 6, and 8 with the 7, and play the 6, 7, 8 with an extra number. Oftentimes what he'll do. That's a pure hedge, right? That's a 1-for-1, what I call a pure hedge. And I know that's not the right word for it, but where your don't exactly covers your action, okay? And in fact, he'll even do a $15 yo. So he's got, technically speaking, 85 versus 85. So he's really perfectly hedged coming out of here with this. If a number gets established, he's 85 to 85. And he's a 1-for-1. And if the 7 comes early, you make nothing. And then every one of these, of course, you make a little bit of something. So I kind of look at this and go, well, I'd rather attack all 3 numbers, right? I would like to have the 6 and 8 out here at whatever level and plan double tapping each of them. I'd like to get 2 hits on these things, get them pressed up and get out of there, and also have the 7 working. So what I had been doing in the past is coming through the don't come and saying, well, if the don't come travels to here, wave it off and say no action, do it again, because I don't want to lose this as a target, and let the don't come travel somewhere better, which means you're fighting the 7 for 3 numbers, maybe twice, which is stupid. So then I say, well, let's just go ahead and grab a better number. Pick the number. If you're gonna do this, pick your number. And really the question is, do you want to pick it hardcore? Do you want to come out here and go like, these are going to both win you $30. I would like to have this one over here win me 100. Like if we're going to do this, let's lay the 5 and let's lay it so we win money with it. Let's not lay this to protect these two. Let's lay this and these two. So I can get a hit, and then get a nice big hit over here and win on all 3 numbers. And I wonder if laying is better, number 1. And I wonder if laying is better than, for example, if we came out here with $90, which I could do, I'll spread them out, $90 on the 5 as a lay bet. 90 wins you 60. That's a hedge versus 150 is a bet. Okay, so there's a difference. There's a difference between a hedge and a bet. And so to me, this laying the 5 or the 9 or whatever for 150, that's a bet on the 7 with bets on the 6 and the 8 versus making this look like 90 and it's a total hedge. Then you're not looking to win in that case. You're looking to save your ass versus go after it. So I feel like going after it. I feel like I want to go after it. And if I'm here, I can pre-pick the 1. Let's go after the 5 and let's work the come out. And let's win on a come out 7, right? Instead of losing on a come out 7 like we were yesterday. And in fact, if you're going to try for the come out 7, it probably makes sense to lay the back wall, right? And maybe give up $30. And maybe it looks like this. Maybe it looks like this. And let's just run this out here really quick. Oh, that's it, black. As an example, I'm not sure if this is the way I want to do it, but let's go with 30 on the insides and of course 40 on the outside. So it's $200 back wall lay. You're going to come out of this thing with very likely a $30 loss. It's possible that's 40, but the come out 7s, of course, are going to win you 135 up in here, minus your vig, of course. Once the point's been established, whatever the point happens to be, then take whatever's left up from your back wall and lay the 5 or the 9 or some other number. You can take the rest of your back wall lay and use that as the source funds for the actual lay bet on the 7 and keep the 7 action hot the whole time. And that's what I'm going to try and run out today. It's going to be kind of a complicated little system. And I'm more than anything else curious about it because I've always loved the back wall lay. I think the Bruce's back wall is a cool way to do it. Let's get our 40 on the 4 and 10 and our 30s on the inside. And again, this will pay 135. This is going to pay 20, 20, 20, 20, 25, 25 on a 7 if it should come out. And then we'll take what's left from this and use that as a source of a lay bet. So this $200 will be in action regardless for the entire roll. And we'll leave the 6 and the 8 up there. So let's try that out as a different way of getting to the 7 and having a little bit of an attack on it. And yeah, we'll keep spreading on the come out. I may leave it at 1 number. We'll see, just to get an idea. So let's roll it out. And I'm going to keep on rolling today. I'm going to keep my toss practice going. It may slow me down just a titty bit here, but I'm okay with that because I need the practice. Obviously, I'm trying to work on this arc here. So let's play it out. I'll go as fast as I can with my sets. There's a 4-1-5. So what'll happen here is this: the point will be 5. We're gonna lose $30. Okay, and what I've got left here, I'm gonna slide these back, but what I've got left here is 40 plus 90, 130. I'm gonna slide these back. Okay, I'm sorry, 40, 80 plus 80 plus why am I losing my 80 plus 90 is 170. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take 150. I'm going to lay that, and we'll have $20 in our rack. Okay, that's what's out on the table. We started out with 200. We lost 30. I've got 150 out here plus 20 in the rack. That's the 200 that we started with. Okay, that all that math works just fine. 150, 160, 170 plus the 30 we lost. I'm going to kind of work back and forth here. So basically we lost 30. We're moving all of it here as a lay bet, still attacking the 7 with that lay bet money. So we start with the back wall lay, convert to a single number lay, and we're going to work the 6 and the 8 as we go. So that would be a 415 to come out with. And we'll just work it. Let's get the 6, 7, and 8 now all working for us if we can. I'd like to get a couple hits on the inside if I can get this toss right here. There's a hard 10. 5-5, hard 10. That's nice. Okay, here we are. There we're set. I know this is kind of slow, but it's a little more realistic from a casino speed aspect anyway. There's a 5-2-7. So there she blows, the 7 comes, and we're going to lose 60. We're going to win 100 for the lay bet. Our net for this is $10. We lost 30 coming out. We lost 60 right here. We won 100. Our net to our rack is $10 in profit. That's the net effect of that, which means I can take this away, put all the lay bets back up again, and we're back. So it's 200 on the back wall for the come out. Net of $10. It's a lot of work for $10, but we had a 0.7 out and didn't get killed, which is, I guess, part of the reason for hedging, right? That's it. And again, when you're a hedger, and I talked to friends of mine about this, PJ and others, when you're hedging, you know, it's not a way to win, right? It's a way to stay alive on a short roll on your way to getting what you want to see. That's the idea. There's a 6-1-7. So again, let's pay this out one time so you can see how the payment looks on this thing. So we'll take the VIGs out of here. Every one of these bets, by the way, is $1 VIG. So the $6 coming out of whatever the winnings are going to be. The 4 and 10 are going to each pay $20. Okay. The 5 and the 9, 30 pays again $20 for each of those. The 6 and the 8 each pay 25 for 30. So what is the end result of that? There's 25, there's 50, there's 100, here's 30, 130 minus the $6 VIG. So we're going to take 10 out. We're going to get back 4 change. So it's 124 back to the rack. That's the back wall lay when it works out on a come out roll. So it's nice to get it to see it once like we did. Works out. All right, puck's off. Here we go. I think I missed I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I missed an entry there. Didn't I miss? I think I did. I think I missed the 5-2. It's all right. There we go. All right, here we go. Dice are out again. A little better toss there. There's a 6-4-10. So what happens here, 6-4-10 is the new point. We're going to lose 40 this time. And the reason why the 4 and 10, by the way, are 40, most casinos require the back wall lay to be 200, so these are $40. And the reason for that is because the VIG is 5% on this. They don't want to charge you 5% of $30. That's screwing you out of 80-something cents. $40 makes the 5% make sense. That's why they do that. So we're going to lose 40 coming out, which ain't great, okay? I'm going to move these guys back. Just, again, we would tell the dealer, bring our lay bets down. And what you've got back here now is 160, which means I'll have, again, $10. That's from before. That'll be $10 plus 150 back to the rack. If I bring all the lay bets down, I would get back 150, 160, which is what's here. I'm just moving them into the back for ease of dealing today, and that's it. So what's my choice here? Of course, I'm going to go again, take the 100. We're going to go 36 and 38 with 40 change. Okay, so there's our 6 and our 8 play. Now we decide where we're going to put our 150. Do I want to lay the 10? Lay the point? That's not a bad lay. It wins 75 versus 60. It's not a huge win if it comes. We can do again, lay the 9 or the 5 to win 100 on our 150. I'm going to lay the 9 here. Actually, I'm going to stay on the 10. And the reason why I'm going to stay on the 10 is not because I think that the 10 is the better bet. It's because when I'm throwing well, I'm in the inside. I'm going to try and avoid what I know to be numbers that I tend to hit. So I'm going to try and trust my toss and lay a number that I'm not good at hitting with this particular toss and set. At a casino, I would probably do this. If someone else is, I'd probably go to the 9. But here we go. Did I get that 10 logged in? I did. All right, let's get some inside. Let me get that 6 and 8 a little bit. That's what I want to see. There's a 4, 3, 1, 4. It's a 1 and a 3. Big Joe. There we go. Definitely inconsistent today. There's a 1, 2, 3. I am all over the place. All over the place. 2, 1, 3. That's better. Boy, every time I say that's better, it's a freaking 7, isn't it? 5, 2, 7. That actually felt really good out of my hands. It looked great in the air, but you know, is what it is. So again, we haven't hit a 6 or an 8 yet. So 6, 7, 8 play today, no bueno for us, right? So we lose 60. We're going to win 75 over here, and our net ends up being 15 bucks. So 2 rolls in a row. We got basically, to use PJ's terminology, we picked up a couple of nickels out here as we're letting our thing happen. So what I'm going to do, we're going to set aside our next 6 and 8 play, okay? The 150 we're gonna have to put out here. It's gonna come from here. I'm not sure I have enough actually in here to make it happen. I don't. Shoot. Well, I didn't have any bankroll to start with, I guess, did I? So let's see. I have 100. All right, so I'm a little bit light, which I shouldn't be light because I must have mispaid myself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, actually. Let's go ahead and take all this away and do a complete reset. What I should be doing here is playing with a bankroll. I'm not. I'm just kind of winging it. Let's go back out. With 200, I'll put the 6 and 8 out here. And just so we know, it's 260 per shooter. And what I really should do is have about $1,000 in the bank there. I'll restart it. There's $1,000. Let me log that 7 too. $1,000 in the rack. I'll take out 300 and put back 40. And there's the 260 that's out here on the felt. So now we'll start from this point forward with playing with an actual bankroll. Tiny bankroll for this amount of play here. Tiny bankroll. So we'll call those first 2 shots practice, and now we'll play for real. Can you make $1,000 work this way? I don't know. Coming out. 516. So we're going to lose back here on the back wall. Again, we were at 260 or $200 out here. We lost 30. If I bring all this back to my rack, like so, that would be bringing back 170 to the rack. I'm going to go ahead and choose to lay. Again, I'll leave 20 with me. I'll give the 150 to the dealer, and we're going to lay the 5. It's the right play to make. Laying the 5 for 1.5 with $20 in change, and that's where I get set up. $40 back from that. 516 is the point. These back wall lays, man, it can be complicating for the dealers for sure. There's a lot of chip movement. There we go. Another good looking throw. Finally got a payment. There's a 6. And I'll pay that like I did yesterday. We're going to get 35. I'll do it in reds and whites because we're going to go to 42 with it. With both of them. We're going to both go to 42 with $11 change. That's the idea here. I want to get a second hit up in here. Now, the nice thing about doing it this way, here's the option. We can go back to laying the back wall for the come out, accepting the $30 loss again, or I can live and die with my lay 5. I'm gonna live and die with the lay 5. It may be easier just to pick a number and lay it than do the whole back wall. The thing with the back wall is that you have less less individual number exposure, which is nice about it. Here, I could get burned for a whole 150. We don't. We get a 10, which is nice. 6, 4, 10. Did I mark the 6 up? I didn't. I'm really bad today. Jeez. And then a 6, 4, 10. Okay, so now we have a new point. There we go. We're going to stay with the 5, mark the 10. One more 6 or 8, and we're down. Remember, we're doing 2 hits and down on these guys. I want to hit the 6, the 7, and the 8 once. Hard 6. That's beautiful. That's 50 for 1. Okay, so these bets to me did their job, right? We pressed up once, we're out once, and we're down. And now we're going to play for the 7. We played for the 6. We played for the 8. Now we're going to play for the 7. That was a 4, 2. Let's just avoid the 9 for a minute, shall we? Matter of fact, I'm just going to set hard ways here. Work the throw, still bang it out if I can bang it out. There's a 5, 4, 9, of course. 5, 4, 9. 5 and a 4. Glad I wasn't laying that this time. Just going to work the toss. Ooh, that was really hard. 3, 1, 4. Hitting the ends here a little bit, huh? 3, 1, 4. Okay, here we go. There's a 1, 2, 3. 2 and a 1. This is turning into a decent little roll here, I guess. I mean, decent in terms of length, not decent in terms of clustering of good numbers. Here we go. I love that hit. I don't know if you saw that, how those dice hit the wall. They smacked that bottom of that wall and just basically died there. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, here we go. Another one, 4, 3, 7. But that action was great. That was that low shot. That was the low one versus the high one. I'm really trying to get the kill, and I'm getting it, but I'm getting too many of these here. But that's okay. We'll take a $100 win on the lay 5 and call that good. Let's get our rack back to reset. We're doing okay in here. Let me actually lammer up the black so we can see where we are. There's our 500, 400. And again, I've got enough money up in here. We could keep laying the back. I don't know if I want to lay the back wall again or not. I'm going to do it because we've been talking about it. Let's lay it. But I still think that there's 3. There's 3. 2, 3, 4 in the middle. And we have just enough money to play our 6. So we're good. We're actually in a little bit of profit here from that shooter. There's 900 here. There's 200 here. It's 1,100 plus about $50. So we're actually $150 up at this point. Good deal. 4, 3, 7. Let's come out. Let's get a come out 7 if we can. Get a cheap win here on the way out. That's all right. 6, 2, 8. So again, we're going to lose 30 coming out the door. Back wall A is a guaranteed loss. You know this. It's nice when it happens, but it's a guaranteed loss. And you're going to lose 6 times before you hit a 7. You're still going to make money, right? That's the idea. You still end up being okay. So this all comes back to our rack. We're going to take 60 and grab the 6 and the 8 again. So our point's going to be 8. We're still going to be on the 8, okay? We don't get to really press up on the 8 again if we hit the point here, and won't see the fruits of that till the next roll. That's fine. Let's go ahead and lay. I'm going to lay the 9. I like laying the 5 and 9. For whatever reason, I don't know. The math to me works well on those numbers. I just like. I like getting the black chip. Frankly, I think getting a black on that lay bet is where it's at for me. Laying here, it's too much to win too little. I know that you're going to win this more often than you're going to win this, but only by a factor of 1. Okay, this is a 33%. This is 40%. It's not that much difference, but the payment makes to me the difference on that. So let's log that in as a 628. Let's get rolling. Here we go. Let's get them inside numbers. There's a yo 11, 6, 5. 6 and a 5. Does not matter for us. Six, 2, 8. So again, that's going to pay 35, and I'll do it with reds and whites because we're going to go to 42 on both of them. We're going to bring back $11 to the rack as change, and they both go up by 42, or they both go up by 12 to 42. The puck is going to be off. Let's mark the point as being hit. 6-2, and now we're looking for a come out 7. This is the perfect timing. Right here is when you want that come out 7. Get a cheap win if we can get it. We didn't get it. We got a 4. So the new point will be a 4, and now we're just playing. Let's go 3, 1, 4. Give me a 6 or an 8 here so we can bring that money in. Here we go. I liked that throw. That was a 9 though. It took it away, but that's, you know what? For the strategy today, not a great result, 5, 4, 9. But that felt pretty dialed in as far as the toss went. So that's okay. We lost out on our 7. The 6 and the 8 are still at play for us. So we're not going to come back out and chase that thing. We're just going to leave these two to run. I have thought about, when this happens, coming through the don't and grabbing a flat bet. For grins, let me show you what it looks like. This is probably not the way I'd recommend we do it, but there's a quarter worth of reds and whites. We come through here again, or come through the first time clean, we're at risk. Everything's at risk for a 7 right now. It sucks. But you end up with a nice flat bet coming through that, which you'll see if I can make that thing work out, you'll see what I mean. That was a 5, 4, 9, which I didn't put in yet. 5 and a 4. Let's get our 6 and our 8 to hit, hopefully, and then we can talk through that. Good toss. That goes to the 9. That's great. I liked how that one looked. Now we have a no 9, and my 6 and 8 were back again. So that's good. That was actually exactly how I want to see that throw go. 6, 3. It's almost like I should practice before I start throwing in the mornings. I don't know. Here we go. Damn it. 6, 1, 7. That was not a great result. That's a bummer. I hit the back wall, hit the diamond directly on that. That's okay. I'm not blaming that. But we end up with this, with a quarterback here. Instead of what I was hoping to do was grab a 6 or an 8 and take that 50 for 1 and use that as extra lay back here and have this winnings pay for those odds. Would have been really kind of a cool way to do it. But it turns out our luck didn't work out, and we got hit off that 9 too early, and that really kind of sucked. So there's that. All right, let's bring that back in. And again, we have this choice to make. Are we going to lay the back wall, or are we going to pick a number and lay it on the way out? Let's switch it up and do that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get on that 5, and have just one number on the come out looking for a 7. Let me log that into 617, by the way. We'll just do 1 instead of the whole back wall. It's just easier to manage this. And I think tactically, it makes a little more sense. Here we go. I'm not going to guarantee ourselves a loss every time. 2, 1, 3. Just not seeing enough 6s and 8s today to make the strategy. You know, you call a strategy a 6, 7, 8. You should probably roll a couple of 6s and 8s. But today's not the day. It seems like that was not a 7. That was an 11. 6, 5, yo. It's kind of nice having the lay bet out there for the come out. I like that. Let's get a cheap win, shall we? 5, 3, 8 will be our point. So we're on here. Let's drop 100. Let's grab them both. And an option I think we should probably talk about while I'm at this, there's 40 change, is laddering, right? We didn't talk about this as part of this play. And I'm sure Waylon's in chat just yelling at me right now. Ladder, ladder, ladder. These could be laddered up as you go here, right? And I look at like this and this as two separate plays. So if I'm going to work some kind of a ladder system, I'd ladder these two guys up after they get beat, and I'd ladder this up after it gets beat, and keep them both separately going, laddering. $1,000 bankroll, probably not enough money to really do that, but in theory, that's what you could do. And if you want to see how it looks, we can drop the 100 and get another 60 for in here and 40 more in change, and ladder these two up following that last loss. And let's get those things bumped up to 60. This one last time. So we'll leave that as it is. Let's ladder from this point forward. I don't think there's enough money here to survive it, but we'll do it just to kind of put it out there and give you an idea what it could look like. A 6, 7, 8 as a ladder works really well because those numbers come enough in theory. Here we go. There's the 7. Bummer. So we're going to get paid $100 over here. We're going to lose 120 in here. And if we go to ladder those up again, okay, it's going to cost us a little bit. It's going to cost us 180. I'll put that right out there. I'll get those set up at 90 bucks. We'll ladder them right up from our winnings. With 20 change. And again, let's go to the 9 here. Let's go. We're going to bounce back between the 5 and the 9 on those lay bets. 5, 2, 7. I'm not going to work these on the come out, by the way, because I've got the 7 working for me here. I'm not going to hedge the come out. I'm going to try and win the come out. We have a 6, 1, 7. Awesome sauce. 100 bucks. Actually, I'll put it back in here to replace some of the losses we had. That's a perfect outcome. And I'll leave it out here. I'm just going to leave it sitting right there. Here we go. That's a 10. New point's going to be 10. Did I mark the 7? I did. No, I did not. 6, 1, 7, 6, 4, 10. Okay, there we go. All right. Need a laddered up 6 or 8 to help us out here. And again, I'm going to run the same pattern. We're going to press them, and then we're going to take them down. So I'm looking for 2 hits at the higher level that I've got them at here. It's a 2, 1, 3. My pattern here is still the same. Regardless if I'm laddering or not, I'm looking for 2 and down on those guys. Hit, press, hit, collect. Hit, press, hit, collect. That's going to be it for them. I got to bang them out, though. Come on. Damn it. 4, 3, 7. Didn't get it again. Another $100 here, though. And again, now I'm kind of fighting City Hall. Now my attack pattern is changed. Our 7 is no longer winning us money because we're getting beat too much up here. I'm going to need money. We're going to have to go now to 120 each on these guys to make this ladder work. I'm not sure if I have enough money up there to do it. We have not hit a 6 or 8 in what seems like forever. Good Lord. There's 120 with 60 and change. Let's bounce back over here to our partner. 4, 3, 7. Got to hit a 6 or an 8. Come on. And those are often to come out. We're just working the 7 right now. 5, 2. Thank God I'm hitting 7s. I mean, luckily, for Lord's sake, I'm hitting 7s like a banshee over here, but I'm not hitting anything else. I cannot get my insides to work at all. This is becoming a how to play the 7 day instead of the 6, 7, and 8 day. Let's get it done. Come on, these red dice. I'm going to knock the 7s out of these freaking red dice. I swear. Another one, 5, 2, 7. Wow. Another $100 there. Seriously, just take those damn things down and play for the freaking 7. That's the way this has to be today. Unbelievable. I think I've got to be like the biggest joke on the internet where it's like, no matter what story I'm trying to tell, most of the days, look at that, 4, 3, 7. I should be pressing this bet. $100. Why fight City Hall, right? 437. Geez, that's 4 sevens in a row. If you're looking at the chart there, 4 sevens in a row. Who's hopping the sevens right now? Let's go. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. That's a 5 and a 2. Another $100. And we're in profit. Believe it or not, after all that ass kicking, we're in profit, which, you know, again, we're in profit because my toss is in the toilet. Not because of the strategy being great, but that's pretty funny. Let's get it. Come on. There's a 5 and a 1. That's a, so I proved I can roll a 6. It's possible for me to roll a 6, a 5 and a 1. Now, let's see if the ladder piece works, right? Let's see if the ladder portion of this thing works. Let's get a double hit in here, and then we'll regress down to 90 for the next roll and see if we can't make some 6s and 8s pay off for us. Come on, John. Let's get that roll in shape, and let's get a 6 or an 8 here. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. What's that, a 6 and a 5? Mid-mo, yo, 6-5. Nothing helps. Here we go. Dice are out. Low runner, 527. Low runner, 527. So, 5 and a 2. So again, another $100 win here. These are going to now have to go to 150. Can you believe we're at 150 on a laddered 6 and 8? That's how many times I've not hit a 6 or 8. That's insane. So they're going to go to 150 now, each. Bucks off. Look at all those 7s. Look at that roll tracker. That's insane. The roll tracker, that's insane how many 7s there are. I breaking all kinds of probability here today. I didn't pull that $100 down, by the way. Okay, 5, 4, 9. Now we're on the 9, 5 and a 4. Let's get a 6 or an 8. Come on. Here we go. 6 or 8. Let's do it. 6-5 yo. Mid-mo yo again. Johnny is all over. These red dice are like, I'm telling you, all over the joint. Here we go. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. I'm going to play this until I roll a6 or an 8. I swear to you, we're going to hit one of them at some point here today. Here we go. Dice are out. Right there, right? Nope. Wow. Wow. 437. 437. So another 100, but we lost 3. So we are completely going backwards now. It's not even a little bit of treading water. This is complete retreat on the 6 and the 8. Now they're going to go to 180. With 20 and change. I can't believe I haven't hit a 6 or an 8 yet. It's been like 20 rolls. 437. I had the 1 point. Let's go back to the 9 here. I had the 1 point that was an 8, I think, and we 7 down on it. That's it. Absolutely insane. I'm going to change my set just to see if that has anything to do with it at all. But here we go. Coming out. Awful roll. There's a hard 8, though. That's cool. Finally. Now, can I roll a couple more of those things? Let's see if we can't get it done. Let's see if we can't make this happen. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. A 2 on the back wall and a 1 over here on the side wall. Okay, here we go. Better throw. Every time I say it out loud, better throw. 527. It looked good coming out of the hands. 527. All right. So again, we'll win 100. Losing 180 back here. Good gravy. Cannot believe how bad this is. Now it's like, now it's just a matter of, can I ever roll a 6 or an 8 with the puck on? Can I ever do it? I don't know. We're out of money. We're going to be at 210 on each of them. So this is our last hurrah here. I've got to get something. Got to get something here. Did I log that 7 in? I did. Okay. Wow. How can somebody not roll the easiest numbers to roll like 30 times in a row? It's incredible. 617. That helps a little bit. We'll take $100 back to the rack. Still not enough for us to play another one, but it helps. 6 and a 1. This is one of those days where, and if I was playing the Horseman or some like pure dark side strategy like I tend to want to do, can you imagine being on the Don't Pass today and doing one of these deals where we ladder up on our wins and just kind of go from like the Paroli system today? The Paroli might have won 3 in a row 3 times. So crazy. All right, we're on to point of 6. Let's get to repeat. We just need to get a couple of payments in there just to prove that we can execute. Here we go. Uh, 325. At least it wasn't a 7. Let's see if we've knocked the 7s out of these red dice. Let's try and just pound the 7s out of these damn things. No, freaking hell. 617. Unreal. Wow. So these would have to go to 240. I'm not sure I even have 240 to go to. I do. I have 240 to go, only the 6 and the 8. And I'm going to do it because I'm just pissed. Now I'm just curious. Can I get to, can I make myself win? There's 240. There's 240 with 10 change. I just burned $1,000 in like 40 minutes. Not even 40 minutes, in like 10 minutes. 617. I'm going to work the come out here. We're just going to go on full tilt and work the come out. No 7 protection. I'm choosing to go 6 and 8 versus keeping the lay bets going just because I'm going to be hard-headed about it. I'm just going to prove to myself I can throw a damn 7 or a 6 or an 8. Holy hell. Hey, there we go, hard 6. All right, we got something, right? That'll be, okay, I guess. Holy crap, that's gonna pay 280, which is nice, right? 275, 280, okay? And what we're gonna do here is take these up to 350 each. We'll go to 300. Now we'll go to 3. Can I go to 360? I can. We'll go to 360 each. Get a full press on them. Again, that's been the plan the whole time, right? Ladder them up. Full press. Come back down. And if we can hit one of these, maybe we get lucky. So that would be a... did I mark that up? I didn't mark that up, did I? The point was 6. And then I hit it. Okay, so that's good. So puck will be off here. Doesn't matter. We're going to work the come out. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. Let's get it. 639. 6 and a 3. It's a 9. 639. I think I'm running out of my work time here. My boss will have to understand that we're on a mission. We're going to win on the 6 or 8 today. I swear it. Let's go. 6, 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. Five, 1, 6. Can you believe it? We got the mixer. 5, 1, 6. Finally getting paid. Good Lord. 420. Look at that. 420 and down, right? And you know, we're coming down on these hits. That's been the plan all along. Take 2 hits, press 1 up, take 1, get down. Our next bet here would have been back down to 300. We would have reduced these bets back down a level. Okay. But as it stands, there's 500, there's 1,000, and here's profit. So even though we were in a really bad position, the 7 kept me alive for a minute. Switching to a ladder on these ended up working. We actually made a profit after being down to our last nickel. So I'm not going to take any credit for that at all. It's just hard-headed, go on tilt, pissed off way to bet, not the way to do it. The 7s were the trend here, but with the ladder getting as high as it got, I had to see that thing hit because there's no way to come back unless those things hit out. This is a time where the ladder patience and bankroll worked this time, but we were on the brink of being ugly, right? We were on the brink of having nothing left. So that's a bummer there. There we go. Midmo Yost says, please burn those dice and then burn sage over them. That's fantastic, dude. That was some epically horrifying rolling. Actually, in the end, though, look at the end, right? It goes 6, 6, 9, 10, 6, right? As you start getting it, right? This is why you practice, right? This is why Brian practices every day, why George every day practices. I don't practice throwing enough, and if you're any kind of a believer in having clusters based on how you're throwing, 2 things are evident here, right? The way I was throwing, I clustered 7s. Something was wrong. Once I started getting a little bit more into it, you can look here. I'll go back to the screen. I want you to see it. Not that one, this one. If you look at the, oh shit. What was the last roll? 516? You look at the last rolls here. We go 6, or from the middle 7. So go 7, 7. Then you got 6, 5 inside hits, right? 3, 6, 6, 9, 10, 6. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inside hits in a span of 10 rolls. So once we start dialing it in, even though there's a lot of 7s clustered through there, and there's on the same screen, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s out of 18 rolls, which is way too many. That's a third of the rolls are 7s, but also a third of the rolls are inside hits, okay? Which is where you want to be there. So we start dialing in a little tiny bit, and it doesn't feel as bad as it was when you see the actual numbers. And I'm whatever, I'm practicing, it's fine. I got to get my hands ready. I'm working on a lot of things here. So I'm okay with the result being like that. It's also good to see the ladder win. Now, I want you to think about the ladder because I think it's a good point for us to make here. The ladder in that situation won, right? I laddered up 5 times, right? We got that thing up to, what was it, 360 at the end there? That's a lot. From 60 to 360 is how many times we lost on our 6 and 8. Think about that. We laddered down 1 time and got back to clean plus profit. If we kept working the ladder back down from 360 to 330 to 300 and all the way down and got our hits back, where would we have been, right? We would have been all the way back and shown a good profit there at the end if we had the bankroll to sustain it. So good lesson today. It's unfortunate that the 6, 7, 8 strategy as a whole did not perform well. I would like to have seen us work the 6, 7, 8 some. It ended up being a 7 strategy all through the day and only became a 6 strategy at the very, very last second. Yeah, Ken would hate that sample of 36. And I said this yesterday, right? The dice, I bet you could roll them 100 times. Maybe twice you'd see the exact perfect 36 rolls. They just don't roll that way. And even if they do come that way, and out of 36 rolls, you're going to see what you saw today, which is 5 or 6 7s out of 8 rolls. And then you're going to see 20 rolls without a 7. The average is the same, but it's the rhythm of when they come. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Today was fun. I don't care if we won it in a weird way or we lost it in a weird way. It was a good comeback, Waylon. Yeah, thanks to you. The comeback works. We ladder up, we get out of it. But As a play, the 6, 7, 8 today was super high risk, almost no reward. It was an awful way to play today. Those rolls did not work at all. And yeah, nuts. The ladder can clench your cheeks. But again, you would never ladder with a $1,000 bankroll. You're not going to ladder a $60 bet with a $1,000 bankroll. Waylon will tell you that too. He'd never do that. That's not enough money to do what I tried today. I just did it because it seemed like we were in a position where we're getting enough sevens that the ladder might show well. And that's why I switched to it. You'd need 2,500 to make that work. And then you're not clenching. Then you're just playing the system, right? Waylon wins because he uses the casino's strength against them, which is bankroll. He just bankrolls, 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 bankrolls. And the ladder works because you can withstand what I went through today, right? You can withstand it. You're going to be really, really good. Vince says Joseph made a good point about the back wall, and I don't know if I can find it. If you did not lay the back wall or a few numbers, I would have won. You're saying if I did not lay the back wall or a few numbers, I would not have won. That's true. That's very true. I'll tell you what, having the back wall lay or having the single bet on the 5 and 9, that kept me alive. I was winning $100, winning 100 back there and losing $200 on the 6 or 8. That kept me afloat the entire time. It worked out. It worked out. And this was no reading the table at all today. This is just playing the strategy as it was. The only reading that we did was the ladder switch at the end. So there we go. I got to go to work. It's way past 9 o'clock, and I appreciate it. Today it was sticking with me throughout a horrifying roll and watching practice in real time. And you can see what this looks like, right? You can see like what Brian does every morning and George does every night. When I come in cold, it's garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage until you start feeling it a little bit. And that's why you practice. If you believe in dice influence at all, practice is the key, right? And obviously, there it is. I got to get out. I got to go to work and do things that make me money. So anyway, have a good day, all. Appreciate all the support, all the love from me to you and back. It's great. Thanks for tuning in. And like Duracell says, hit the like button on the way out the door. Appreciate all that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday Follies, by the way. Fun, goofy ass strategy for y'all tomorrow morning. Just a complete no teaching. We're going to have a great time tomorrow morning. Joe from Craftsmaster Journey again with me on Monday. And tomorrow night, also the next King of the Mountain battle. It's going to be my co-trip Carl versus Chris from Sideshow Gamble. And if you're not in Discord, get in Discord because those two are talking some serious trash to one another. It's going to be fun. So anyway, with that said, y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see y'all in the morning. Have a good one. God bless. Bye.